All right, today is the last day of notes for Unit 1. All we are doing is practicing absolute value. We're just going to practice it, practice and practice it, and hopefully you get really confident in using it. All right? So in this first one, I'm just going to end up doing like a couple practice problems with you, and then you guys are going to do a ton together, all right? So here, we need to get the absolute value alone first. So the first thing I do is subtract 3 from both sides. And I end up with the absolute value of n equals 4. Which is nice because it immediately solves to n equals negative 4 and positive 4, because those are the two numbers that are 4 away from 0. Alright, the one on the right, the first thing I notice is there's something outside of the absolute value signs. I need to get rid of that 3. Because it's multiplying, I'm going to divide both sides by 3. Then I have the absolute value of 2m equals 3. And this is where I'm going to split. So then I have 2m equals negative 3, and 2m equals positive 3. Here I divide both sides by 2. And I end up with m equals negative 3 halves and positive 3 halves. All right, let's do 2 more. These ones are going to end up with 2 separate answers. So those first 2 are example when it can end up positive and negative of the same number. These 2 are going to be different numbers. Alright, the first thing I notice is I need to get rid of the numbers outside of the absolute value. So I'm going to divide both sides by 3 on this first equation. And I get 3 equals the absolute value of v minus 3. So this is where I split. So what is the distance of 3 from 0? So I've got 3 equals v minus 3. But I also have negative 3 equals v minus 3. From here, I'm going to add 3 to both sides on the left. And I get 6 equals v. And on the right, when I add 3 to both sides, I get 0 equals v. So v equals 0 and 6. All right, on the right equation, I immediately notice there's something I have to get rid of before I can get down to that absolute value. It's that minus 12. From here, I'm going to add 12 to both sides. And I get the absolute value of 2m plus 7 equals 21. So this is where I split. I have 2m plus 7 equals negative 21, and 2m plus 7 equals positive 21. From here, on the left side, I'm going to subtract 7 on both sides. And I get 2m equals negative 28. Then I divide both sides by 2, and I find out m equals negative 14. On the right side, I subtract 7 from both sides, and I get 2m equals 14. And I divide both sides by 2, and I end up with m equals 7. So my two solutions are negative 14 and 7. Notice that these are two completely different numbers. All right? Now I want you guys to go ahead and try these. I know the left one has some decimals, but you'll be just fine, I promise. Then on these ones, you've got a couple more problems. I know there's a fraction in one, but you'll be fine. You'll be just fine. Okay, and then I want you to go ahead and give the challenge problem your best shot. You got this. Okay, and I'll see you guys later.